Do you ever feel like it's difficult to acquire what you want? Knowing how to influence people can make a huge difference in both your personal and professional relationships. What is required to become a master of influence, though? In this video, we'll examine how to always obtain what you want by delving into the psychology of influence. We'll share the best techniques that can make you more influential, from realizing the value of reciprocity to mastering the art of emotional appeal. So get ready to advance your life by learning the science of persuasion. Welcome to Z Taxi. On this channel, we love sharing relationship information, tips, and tricks to help you take your game to the next level. Subscribe if you're new here and give this video a big thumbs up for that good old YouTube algorithm. Now, without any further ado, let's begin. One, recognize the strength of reciprocity. According to the fundamental concept of influence known as reciprocity, individuals are more likely to help you out if you first help them out. The basic idea is that you should put others before yourself if you want them to do something for you. This could be as easy as complimenting them, offering to assist them with a task, or purchasing a modest present for them. Make sure your gesture is sincere and not intended to manipulate. People are quick to detect insincerity, so if they get the impression that you're simply acting in their best interests in order to gain their favor, they won't likely be pleasantly affected by your deeds. 2. Develop active listening skills. Influence depends critically on active listening. It entails comprehending and empathizing with the other person's point of view in addition to simply listening to what they have to say. Active listening entails paying attention without interrupting, repeating back what you hear, and seeking clarification. You can communicate to someone that you value their viewpoint and are interested in what they have to say by actively listening to them. The development of rapport and trust, two crucial components of influence, can be aided by this. 3. Tap into social proof strength. Social proof is the idea that when people witness other people doing something, they are more inclined to follow suit. For instance, if two restaurants are side by side on a busy street and one is absolutely vacant and the other is packed with patrons, you're more likely to choose the latter. By citing instances of people who have supported a certain action or viewpoint, you can harness the effect of social proof to persuade others. For instance, you might emphasize the fact that many other individuals have already joined in and are actively supporting your cause if you're trying to persuade someone to do likewise. 4. Discover unified ground. Influence depends on finding points of agreement. You can use it to establish rapport and foster a sense of shared understanding if you can identify a point of agreement between you and the other person. Finding common ground with someone communicates to them that you are on the same team and working toward the same objectives. It will be easier for you to have a positive influence on them if this helps foster trust and a sense of community. Asking questions and paying attention to what the other person has to say is one technique to establish common ground. You can discover more about someone's hobbies, values, and beliefs by posing open-ended queries. After that, you can use this knowledge to identify points of agreement. Another strategy is to establish rapport by drawing on mutual interests or relationships. You may, for instance, bring up a friend or coworker you both know or an occasion you both recently attended. You're fostering a sense of familiarity and connection through the use of these shared experiences, which can aid in removing obstacles and promoting constructive influence. 5. Invoke emotions. When attempting to persuade someone, you might benefit from their emotions because they are important factors in decision-making. You can establish a strong connection with someone and persuade them to see things from your point of view by appealing to their emotions. If you're attempting to convince someone to support a certain cause, for instance, you can tell them a personal story about how that cause has affected you or someone you know. Making an emotional connection with the other person in this way can increase the likelihood that they'll agree with your cause. 6. Make use of your authority. According to the influence principle known as the power of authority, people are more likely to follow instructions from an authoritative character. For instance, if a doctor advises you to take a specific drug, you're more likely to do so because they are a respected professional in the medical industry. You can utilize your position of authority to persuade others by showcasing your knowledge in a particular area or by securing the support of reliable authorities. You might use endorsements from people they respect and trust or testimonies from subject matter experts to encourage someone to purchase a particular product, for instance. 7. Make a strong call to action. A clear call to action is crucial if you want to persuade people and achieve your goals. An explicit request for someone to behave in a certain way is known as a call to action. Your call to action, for instance, might be to urge someone to sign a petition or show up at a rally if you're attempting to convince people to support your cause. You can make it simple for the other individual to respond to your request by giving them a clear call to action. 8. Make use of scarcity. Given the perception that something is scarce or challenging to attain, people may crave it more intensely. By emphasizing a specific request's urgency or limited availability, you can harness the power of scarcity to sway people's opinions. You may say, for instance, that your offer is only valid for a short period of time or that there are only a few openings left. You might also highlight how special or rare your item is to make it seem more valuable and appealing. Being sincere and truthful is essential to using scarcity effectively. People are less likely to be positively impacted by your message if they think you're trying to manipulate them or that your claims are false. 9. Increase trust. Influence depends on developing successful relationships, which require trust. By showcasing your knowledge, being truthful and open, and keeping your word, you may acquire people's trust. People are more likely to listen to you and follow your advice if they have faith in you. It's crucial to maintain reliability and consistency in order to gain trust. Follow through on your commitments if you make them. Refrain from making false assertions or overstating your capabilities. Instead, concentrate on showcasing your knowledge and experience in a certain field and giving the people you're attempting to influence something of value. 10. Display empathy. Empathy is the capacity to comprehend and experience another person's feelings. By expressing empathy, you indicate that you're interested in the other person's viewpoint and that you're prepared to consider things from their perspective. You can establish rapport and trust with others by demonstrating empathy, which can make it simpler to have a beneficial influence. Active listening and question asking are crucial for demonstrating empathy since they help you comprehend the other person's viewpoint. Try to comprehend their viewpoints rather than passing judgment or dismissing their thoughts or beliefs. By demonstrating empathy, you can help lay the groundwork for effective influence by fostering a secure and encouraging environment. 11. Show confidence. Being self-assured and having faith in one's beliefs are crucial components of influence. When you are confident, you are more likely to stand by your decisions and to articulate your thoughts in a clear and compelling manner. Being confident can help you increase your credibility and influence since people are attracted to people who exude confidence. It's critical to thoroughly prepare and have a clear idea of your goals and objectives if you want to be confident. Practice communicating your ideas clearly and succinctly, and be ready to respond to queries or objections. You'll be able to effectively share your views and positively impact others if you're prepared and confident. 12. Be reliable. And finally, persistence is key if you want to persuade others and always get what you want. It frequently takes several tries and several tactics to successfully persuade someone. Try a different strategy if the first one doesn't work. Never give up on your objectives. Keep trying until you find a strategy that the other person can relate to. It's critical to be robust and adaptive in order to be persistent. Try a different tactic if a certain method isn't working. Be open to receiving criticism so you can change your strategy as necessary. Keep in mind that persistence and resiliency are frequently necessary for successful impact, and it's crucial to keep going even when things are difficult. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked this video. Thank you for viewing.